Okay guys, so I already reversed the car. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna work on the back. I'm gonna work on the passenger side. So most of the video is gonna be on the rear passenger. It'll be the same thing on the driver's side, but I won't record the driver's side, just the passenger side. So let's get this going. And here we go. The battery's charged. Okay, let me show you guys. Okay, so for the rear, it's pretty easy. So there's a bolt right here by the knuckle. You guys gonna remove this one. So once you remove the shock, it will drop. Now, if you do have someone that could help you out, we go back to I don't have no one. So I'm gonna show you. We're actually gonna use the original jack from BMW, and I'm gonna show you how to put pressure so you could get the strut out. So the same thing, you get another jack, just put it to support the weight of the brake disc. Okay. So right now what I'm checking is that the shocks are actually still good. There's some resistance. Trying to push them up and they come back down. Usually when you have a bad shock, if you push it up, it stays there. It won't have pressure either to go down. Right now I'm testing it, pushing it up, it's going down. But if once you take it off, if you press it from the top and it doesn't go up, that's a bad shock. Okay. So this is how we're gonna do it. Once you get enough pressure, should be good. Oh, hold on. Don't forget to move the jack. And there you have it. So that's from the coilovers, and that's the lowering spring. So I also bought this, what were they called? Well, I also bought this spring pads that go on the bottom, so that way when you reverse or you're driving, it doesn't, there's no metal with metal contact, and it sounds like a smooth ride. So what I'm gonna do, so this one's on top, but I'm gonna use it on the bottom. Okay, quick tip. Don't go too low because it will break the end link on the rear sway bar. And I know because it happened to me. So let me see if you guys can get that part. So within here, if you go too low, this part is gonna hit the arm and it's gonna snap in half. And I'll show you guys, it happened to me on the other side. Just take it nice and slow. See if we can put this on top. Oh, guess this is in the bottom. And that's it. Just takes time. So I did messed up. I had this on top and the top one on the bottom, but you guys will figure that out. It's not that hard. Now what I'm gonna do, even though the shocks are still good, I'm still gonna replace them. I'll put the other ones, the brand new ones that I have. Also for this ones, just 2 screws on top. Take them off and they'll come out. Okay, after the shock dropped in the camera, but this what I meant. If you press it, it starts going up. Still good. But like I said, I'm still gonna change them. So let's get to it. The only downside, I didn't get the bump stop pad or foam. So, oh well. Okay, so I took it out. So another way it is that if there's any signs of liquid or oil or grease coming out, then definitely you are bad. But you guys can see I'm putting a good amount of pressure, so it's still good. Now this is the new one. See how the piston's going up? Let's match them up real quick. All right, looks good. Okay, so it's a bummer that I don't have a new one, but I'm still gonna reuse it just to keep dust from coming in. Okay, so we're gonna have to do it old school. All right, they're nice and tight. Let's not forget the gasket. So what I end up doing is pushing the piston up, and you put it on top of the caliper if you don't have anyone. But if you do have someone, just let them know to put pressure to the top, and you could go on top and get the nuts and start screwing on it. Okay, so now we gotta get the bracket or the knuckle. We gotta get the knuckle higher, so we're gonna get I'm gonna get my jack from under and put some pressure so I can get the bolt inside. let's not forget to add some thread lock. And a little more. So now it is going to be hard to get it in. So I'm just going back and forth, putting pressure on the jack to get the knuckle to go higher until the bolt is lined up, and it should be easy. Okay, it went too high. So I highly recommend that you do this with someone to help you out. That way the process is a lot faster. You're not here struggling like I am. Okay, and that's about it, guys. So we got the spring in, the shock's already in place. So now what I'm gonna do is go to the other side and start working on it, but I won't show that part. I'll probably show the part where I have the sway bar link right there, that little guy. It is a pain in the ass, and I do have to take both sides, so I gotta take those out. But I'll show you guys how it looks after I lower the car. So here it is. This is the new one. This is the old one, snapped in half. Now the hard part is, the easy part is getting it in like this. Now the hard part is getting it with the sway bar having tension. Now let's see these. Oh, and by the way, I had a freaking headlamp for my head. Okay, you guys won't be able to see it, but I gotta lift this up, get this in on the sway bar. So I'm gonna use some grease to slide it in and bring it back up and see what happens. Okay, so there it is. There you have it. Now I gotta do is just the top. So here's the trick that I did. Hopefully it works. It works for me every time. That's if you have the right tools. So I end up using a piece of wood, a 4x4. So you're gonna put it right at the knuckle, like this. And all you gotta do is, you could probably do it with the jack, but I have a tube, I have a piece of pipe here. So with the piece of pipe, I pretty much did this. So, well, I can't do it because I have the camera, but if you have one hand on the block, you're gonna put this on top, and all you're doing is just prying back and forth. You're pushing it. So you're pushing this, going this way, and that's how I got it in. It took me a couple tries, but we got it done, guys. Okay, hopefully you guys can see that. That's a fucking tight spot in my garage. Okay, so once you get that done, you pretty much just use the jack to line it up. Okay, here we go. And like I said, guys, make sure you use a thread lock, just because all these parts are moving, and you don't want to run to a problem where something comes loose in the road and you're gonna be stranded. Okay, that's tight. I get the jack down. Get out of the way. All right, let's get this going. So we're gonna use this on top. Like I mentioned, make sure it's the right way. So this on top. Okay, so we got the lowering springs on. So now we're just gonna jack the car down and we'll see the results. Okay, here we go. Okay, not too bad. It looks decent. Not bad, not bad. So now what I'm gonna do right now, it's measure it. Okay, where's my tape? 25. Not bad. Now let's not forget, once I start, so right now it has half a tank, so maybe with the full tank I'll probably go down either half an inch or an inch, but as I do that, I will take maybe within a month from now, within this video, we'll check everything, see if everything's settled already after a month, and so we know it's 25 inches. Let's go check the other side. Okay, so we're on the other side. 25 on the dot. Nice. Okay, so that takes care of that. So we know that both sides are 25. And then like I mentioned on the other video, when I did the front ones, I am gonna have to change the tires. So I am gonna do, so these are, yeah, nice. Man, I rub so much that the letters are gone. Let me see the other side. Okay, so on this side they're still good. So it's 225s, 40, 18s. So 225s. Now the other ones that I'm gonna be running, it's 235s, 45s, 18. So I'll have a little bit more meat on it. And because this tires, I forgot to show it, but on the other side I have camber wear already on the inside. And that's my fault because the last time I took it to a shop, let me see. Okay, so the back ones, they have camber wear on the inside, but that's my fault because the day I took it to get an alignment, you have to 100%, you have to fill up the tank, full tank, before you take it to an alignment shop. Because what I did, or what happened to me, is that I took it maybe with less than half a tank. And the downside is that when they align the tires from the back, if it has a little bit of weight, they'll try to compensate the movement of the wheels, or they'll try to kind of be on the green line where it shows on their computer to be like right on the dot. But because I was empty, my tires were like this. So what they end up doing is putting negative. Now once I fill up my tank, it was like this. So I was running too much camber on the back. Even though I have the camber arms, I do have them on the back, but it didn't help because I took the car empty to the alignment shop. Now what I'm gonna do is get this going. I still gotta fix the front, get this going. By today, I'm gonna go to a shop, to my boy's shop down the street. He's gonna swap the tires, all four. I want to say it's gonna look good. We took the measurements from the beginning, from the how I had them with the coilovers. So now with the springs, with the lowering springs, I can't really say if it made any different from the OEM, because I don't have the OEM springs or the OEM shocks. Well, I do have the shocks, the original shocks, but I put lowering springs. So that's one thing. Maybe if I find someone that doesn't have lowering springs, we could measure them. I don't know. but we'll see. All right, guys, I'll start cleaning up and then we'll see how everything goes from here. But that's about it, guys. Peace out. All right, guys, so check it out. So I got the tires, they're still brand new. The reason why I haven't used this ones is because before I had a different set of rims. They were 18s by 9.5, and back then I loved running super low on my car, and it was rubbing on the fenders, so I only used them for like a day and a half, and I bought the other ones, which is 225s, 35s, 40, just to keep that clearance from the fender. But yeah, so let's get going. I'm gonna go to a shop down the street. I believe it's like 20 bucks to 25 bucks each to change them from the old tire, put in this ones. So we'll see. My car's outside, by the way, so we'll come back.